Like, you know, they keep like nagging you, knocking at your door. Every time, you know, you open the door, you find one of them, and when you say, I'm sorry, I'm not interested, they come the following day. They never give up. Never. And I had one of them, usually like the old people, like maybe 60, 70 people, and, you know, they are pensioners. They have no other job except this one. And they keep like walking around the towns and stopping people in the streets and inviting them to this tradition. Well, I just can see that this is more of an impractical way for us here in our communities. Like, you know, if we adopt this tradition, it's not going to be effective. But at least we have the possibility of inviting those people who are close to us. Maybe we have neighbors, we have friends, we have people that like people you meet on trains, people you meet on the coaches. You know, you have different ways of personal communication, which would be one of the ways through which you can spread a word about Islam. And it's not about quantity, it's about quality. You just give the person an incentive, something that stirs up their minds, and tell them about Islam. Maybe one word that would remain for years and years in the back of their minds, and when they meet something, a particular occasion, they will remember this. And this could be the point of the change of their life. That they heard it sometime and they could see the realization of this word in real life, which will make such a big difference for them. This is the second way I could see. Do you have anything else in your mind before I tell you some of my more ideas?
I have in mind the way that Islam spread in Asia, which is through the personal contact, not personal da'wah, versions, yes, to deal with people and then relating what they do to their religion. I don't know what to call it in an academic way.
Right. This is like that personal impact. You leave a good impact upon other people from what you are, what you say, what you do. And this is a good way of becoming a Muslim. Sometimes we say that we need to fix ourselves. So other people will look at us and see, yes, this religion, you know, has something good in it. We can see this in their character, in their behavior. And inshallah, when we screen one of the clips about the experience of some Muslim brothers who came from a non-Muslim background, we will see that this worked well with Yusuf Estes, if you know him. That was exactly what happened to Yusuf Estes. You know, he was like a Christian preacher who was working with his father for like charity projects for the benefit of the local church. And they thought of like holding a business one day by importing some of the goods from Egypt. And the story ends by like having one of the Egyptians who was a Muslim in their house to build up this business, and that Muslim was a man from Azhar graduates, and he eventually managed to impress Yusuf Estes and make him a Muslim. And this went on until his father, his own father, became a Muslim, his wife and his two daughters and the rest of his family maybe became a Muslim nowadays. And you can see how successful Yusuf Estes is now. This is just because of one single man's behavior that left such a good impact upon him, which was not something superficial. This person who was Muhammad, he just practiced Islam. He did not do anything else. He just practiced what Islam says. Or he didn't try to like beautify or embellish Islam in such a way that would, you know, persuade Yusuf against his will, which has no foundation in Islam, but on the contrary, he just said and practiced what Islam commanded him. Like, you know, sincerity and honesty and so forth, which some values which are so much appreciated in the West, because there's so much embrace there. And when they know, or they come to know that these noble manners have an origin in Islam, they are motivated by a religious drive, they get so much fascinated about this religion. That's why we have to carefully look at such a method or such a channel that's personal impact. Right. What else we can think of? I can see that the sisters hasn't made any contributions so far. And I'm not saying that I feel embarrassed now, because I'm on the side of men, anyway. But I just want to see some kind of like competition here. How do you think you can perform the practice or the work of dawah? Please. Right. Well, I think this is a good point that you advise other people about Islam and how Islam can propose some certain solutions to your problems, which is very important. And these would come at places where you have or you notice a kind of like a problem arising in that community, like the problem of alcoholism, maybe domestic violence, maybe illicit sexual relationships. You need to provide a solution for Muslims through which you can propagate Islam. You can solve out the problem and can offer that person the alternative that Islam can give to them. Luqman, do you have anything to add?
Maybe visiting the sick or the elderly in a hospital or the elderly home, and feeding the poor is always a good way of doing that.
Right. These are like all social activities that you can do, like visiting the poor people, the sick people, trying to help out the poor people who are in need. You are trying to contribute in raising funds that would help people who need like medical treatment, people who need some kind of housing. You try to be involved as a Muslim preacher in the social work, social activities. And I said in the very beginning, this is one of the important points that make one of the da'is or one of the preachers more acceptable, more welcomed and celebrated than others. Because nowadays what we really need is someone who can connect us and our religion to our social life and our existing difficulties in life. We need to put the theoretical framework that Islam